Yeah, a good day, my people. Barrister Adrian. I'd like to really introduce to you the Chemex. First of all, we'd like to dive into the history of the Chemex. It was made from a borosilicate glass made by a chemist called Peter J. Schlumbolm in 1941. It is gaining its popularity in the third wave coffee from the 2000s until date, but it was produced in a later date of 1941 by that Chemex in Germany. Yeah, the Chemex comes as a full borosilicate glass with a wood in the middle. This works as an insulator when you're really handling it, and it is having hot stuff inside, like the hot coffee or the hot water. So this helps you to really hold it, and so that you don't get burnt. And now talking about the Chemex paper filter, it's a double wall filter, and it is very thick compared to other filters that are being used in other brewing methods. It always comes like this. You just need to remove one side and look for the cone. Then you should ensure that all these many sides are facing the spout. Then the one part is facing at the back. Then you let it sit in your Chemex. So what is so important with this paper filter? Due to its thickness, it really filters out most of the oils, sediments, giving you a more cleaner cup. So what should we expect in the taste of the Chemex? In the taste of the Chemex, we are expecting to taste coffee which is cleaner than any other brewers, since we are using a thick paper. I'll continue by pre-wetting my filter paper so as to remove the paperly taste. Since I would want my coffee to really get that uniqueness and be sure of the coffee taste, I'll make sure I pre-wet it with enough water. So you should ensure that the paper filter slips on the walls for the ideal extraction. So after pre-wetting, we are supposed to discard off this water. So we remove this water and ensure all the down part is empty. So for my coffee today, I'm using coffee from Kenya, Nyanza, natural process, and it is fruity. It comes from the October Coffee Roasters. And for my recipe today, I'm going to use 25 grams of coffee, grinded medium coarse, ratio 1 to 16. And I'll start by measuring my 25 grams of coffee. And this coffee is a medium roast. So it's always ideal to go for either a light roast or medium roast, since they always still have that sweetness. That fructose is always still present, the sucrose is always still present. So it is always ideal to go for a light roast or a medium roast. I ensure that my grinder is at medium coarse, then grind. So I'll put my Chemex on the scale. Then I'll try to remove the original weight. I get my grinded coffee, medium costly grinded. I really love this aroma. Yeah, it's always good to use fresh coffees for this filtered coffee, because you realize everything is too high, so you're assured of the quality you're going to really get in the cup. I'll do a little bit of shake to get the even bed. Then ensuring my water has boiled until the required temperature of 94. I'll start my time. Pour. My target is to pour 60 ml. And in this blooming phase, I'll ensure that all my coffee grains are wet. So I pour 60 ml, then wait for 45 seconds. The reason as why I wait for uh, this time is when my coffee degasses, loses that carbon dioxide, develops that aromatics, and also develops other volatiles. So that on my next pour, when I pour the other pours, we are going to get the aromatic oils down in form of flavors. So having reached at 45 seconds, I'll do my next pour. I'll do a gentle pour, making sure that I don't really bring out much water from my kettle. This is done to ensure that I get enough contact time between the coffee and the water for the ideal extraction. So having reached 200 ml of water, I'll do one pause to first let the water pass through the coffee and also buy some time. So at exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll add the rest of the water. Still, I would always prefer that gentle pour so that you're not too aggressive on the bed. Let the water pass through very quick without extracting our flavors. So I hit my target of 400. Remember, we use 25 grams, ratio 1 to 16, meaning for each gram, we are putting 16 ml of water. So to get the total amount of water we are supposed to pour, we shall do 25 times 16. And our total target is 400. So after finishing my water, I'll do a little bit of agitation to remove the coffee that is sticking on the walls so that the last water passes through evenly. So first, what should we really expect in this? Since we are using a thick filter paper, we expect it to filter out most of the oils. We don't expect such sediments in our coffee, and we expect a bit more clarity in our cup. So what is the ideal time for the extraction of the Chemex? So we expect at least for the Chemex to get done between 3, 4, or 5 minutes, depending on the grind size you're using, the coffee you're using, the roasting profile you're using. You get, remember, different coffee origins, different roasting profiles, different coffee varieties, different coffee processings will always demand you to approach this brewing differently. So it's always ideal to first understand the coffee you're really dealing with. So at exactly 3 minutes, so after, we remove our paper filter with the coffee, put it on the side. Then it's time to test our coffee. So analyzing our coffee, we are seeing that it has the aromas of the black honey. So I'm really so much interested in testing and seeing what is really transpiring in this cup of coffee. Interesting. You see that the Chemex really gives you that clean cup, free from oils due to the thick filter paper. There is that flavor clarity, no sediments at all. The cup is more clean. That's why I always prefer the Chemex, because it really gives you that cleaner cup, different from other brewers. Then flavor wise, I think that there is that flavor clarity. Now, according to the coffee I'm using today, I feel my coffee is more of berries. The coffee is more of the elderflower. So when you really want to take coffee that is really giving you that clarity in terms of flavor, that clean cup, free from oils, free from sediments, I always recommend you to use the Chemex. This is really so. That has been our Chemex for today, and For sure, for I'll always keep on telling you guys that for filtered coffees to really enjoy that juicy cup, you should always go for freshly roasted coffee. You should make sure you're really dealing with a good roastery. They know how to bring out all the uniqueness, all the flavors out of the coffee. So feel free to always go in for at the roasteries, check the coffee you're purchasing, make sure you're getting freshly roasted coffee. For filtered coffees, always prefer using light or medium roast because they still always contain that sweetness, that natural sweetness. The sucrose and fructose are always still present, not yet burnt. So that is our chemics for today.